Hi, my name is Henry, and today we're going to talk about the MVC design pattern, and then we're going to implement it with Java servlets and JSPs. Alright, so what is MVC? It stands for Model View Controller, and those are the three main parts of separation in this type of modeling. So today we're also going to talk about its importance in web development and how it works with Java servlets and JSPs. It's, once again, model view controller. It is widely used in web development. And why is it good? What does it help us with? It enhances maintainability and scalability, encourages modular development, and separates concerns for easier testing. All of these benefits comes from the fact that you're dividing your code into three main parts, which, and then specifically in the case with servlets and JSPs, the servlets act as controllers and the JSPs are used as views, and the model encapsulates business logic. The model is basically going to be Java classes that handle HTTP requests. Parts of the MVC, the model, it is the logic behind your program. We're not going to use it, but Java beans are also commonly used, but they encapsulate the state and behavior, so basically just your logic. The view, it's the front end, it's the user interface. JSP files are commonly used because they integrate HTML and Java in one, and it displays the data from the model. Then the controller, it manages the communication between the model and view. It handles moving the input from the front end to the back end, the view to the model. And that's what these servlets do. They define your URL path for making HTTP requests. So this allows you to connect the two. And so we're going to get started and we're going to do a quick demo, build a very small example project. Alright, to get started with coding your MVC application, you're going to want Visual Studio Code and extensions. And the extension you want to install is Extension Pack for Java by Microsoft. And then once you install that, restart your Visual Studio Code, and in a blank window you'll probably see this Maven button down here at the bottom. And then the archetype you want to pick is web app. Since we're making a web app, you just pick the most updated version. And then group ID, on that example, I'll just name it demo. And then just put it anywhere. I'm just going to put it Alright, so it's going to start building your project. Enter, yes. And you'll get a pop-up that says your Maven project is created. Go to where you just built it. And the Java plugin and Maven build tools should create this little web app. Most importantly, you'll see this pom.xml. You'll see the index.jsp and web.xml. Alright, so our pom.xml basically tells it our project how to compile and, well, not compile, well, run. We have index.jsp, which is our first little HTML file, pretty much. and our web.xml is going to show us, this determines what page is shown at each URL. So to get started with our web application, we're gonna demo, and then under source we're going to under main, we're gonna make a new folder called Java, and then under Java we'll do folder. Let's just start with a new file and we'll call it hello servlet.java. Right, and this will automatically make a class for your hello servlet. And then we'll take a look at this pom.xml since it's important. It comes with a lot of stuff already, but we are gonna have to change a few things. Let's see. Alright, starting with dependencies, we're going to add the Jakarta servlet API dependency just to make sure that we can run these servlets. Dependency. The requirements for this video said that I had to code. Can't cut it out, so bear with me, and you can skip ahead if you would like. Alright, and start with that. So let's build out our class, our servlet class. So package com.example, where it is, and we're going to do some imports, which is also going to take a while. Actually, for the sake of this, we're just gonna just bad practice, but let's just leave it. Alright, so we're going to right. So let's see, our hello servlet is going to extend the HTTP servlet, and in our class we're gonna override the method or do get. So response, and this throws a servlet exception. Finally, there we go. So what kind of response are we going to get? We're going to set our response to send out a text to set and then we're just going to, then here we can use some simple Java, so string Alright, so this is going to set the variable name as the parameter from the request, and if there is no name, we're just going to replace name with world. I think you can see where this is going, but print writer object out and from here you can just print line out to the print writer object. So I'm going to start with our HTML tags. Add a header, h1, sorry. Alright, so that's our little servlet class, and this would be the model in terms of the MVC architecture, since it controls logic of our inputs. To move on, we're going to configure our web.xml file. So we're going to have to import some things, essentially the Jakarta servlets. They changed the name from Java servlets since that name belongs to Oracle. So it's Jakarta now. So in web app, we're going to add it's going to be pretty tedious, so I'm just going to copy and paste it. Alright, we're back with our web app import for Jakarta. We're going to add a servlet, so essentially servlet, find the servlet name, call it hello servlet, servlet. Then we're going to attach it to the class that we made. So to give it the package or the full name. So com.example.hello servlet. We can close our servlet tag. I should say servlet. We're going to create a servlet mapping. So where, well, like what URL servlet? We say again servlet. All the same thing. Then we're going to add a URL pattern. It's going to be /hello. That's our servlet mapping. Alright, so that's our web.xml file for now. And we're going to go to our index.jsp, which is going to be, and then we can just have our HTML code in regular HTML for now. Our body, just write a h1 demo. Alright. What we're going to do is add a form. Is what is going on. Alright. Right, so we're going to add just build out our little form. They will Okay, and that's our little index.jsp file that creates a form where you can enter your name and it'll send a GET request to our hello servlet Java class that we made. Alright, so what we're gonna have to do is from here, you're gonna have to install Maven. I'll add the link to that. You're gonna just follow the installation instructions, and then you're also going to install Jetty. I'll also add a link to that, but that's important to run our little web app. The important thing is that we have to add something to our pom.xml file. What we're going to add is a plugin, essentially. So go to the bottom. Should already have a couple things. So we're just going to add another plugin. Plugin group ID .jetty. So while I'm doing this, I'll talk about your Jetty setup. I would get the latest 11 version, since that's just what's compatible with Jakarta API, Jakarta servlet version, whatever. Let's see. But yeah, once you install it, it'll be a zip file, and you're gonna unzip that, and then yeah. It's just, I don't know. Oops, what did I just do? We gotta add a little configuration. Scan. This is how often we're gonna update our server. Check for changes, I should say. Web app. Did I just capitalize it? I did not. Alright. Path. Jetty where to display our content. It's going to be our web app tag. I think that's right. Save everything. And if you have Maven installed and added to your class path, or just installed properly, you can open a terminal at your location. And if you typed this plugin correctly, you should be able to type nvn jetty :run. Fingers crossed. If this doesn't work, I'll fix it and come back. Alright, so I figured out some of the issues. If you are following along at home, what you're going to want to do is update the Maven version template. It gives an outdated version, so update that to 21 or whatever you're using. And then also you're going to want to, some eagle-eyed viewers might see that I missed a lot of semicolons in our Java class. You're also going to want to remove this web servlet annotation, since it's unnecessary and kind of breaks it. since it thinks multiple things are pointing to hello, the hello path. And make sure you import jakarta.servlet.http HTTP servlet, which I forgot to do. But if you do all that and run mvm jetty :run, it should run and should be deployed. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to a new window. We're going to go to localhost. See our little HTML. Welcome to your MVC demo. Enter your name. Just name it Henry. Send you to hello Henry. So let me explain how the different files work in terms of the MVC context. We start with the index.js.p, which is our view, the view, which essentially displays something to the user. I suppose the view also includes the HTML response from our class. What else? Our controller, or C, would be this web.xml file, since it would be mapping the servlet between where the user goes to the logic, which takes us to our next part, the M, the model. So our model is designed as classes that, or HTTP servlets that take in data, alters them with some logic, and then return something. So those are our three parts of our MVC architecture in Jakarta servlets as a Java web app. So hopefully you followed along. This is the end of the video. Yeah. All right. Thank you.